me something about yourself?
Good morning, ma'am. I'm so happy to be here, and thank you for giving this opportunity. I'm Anisha. I'm from Thrissur. I did my graduation and post-graduation in physics. My passion is to become a teacher, and so that I worked as a tuition teacher from 2012 to 2016. It was a good experience for me, and there was a lot of students with comes from different circumstances and different IQ level also. So that I can make a divorce change in their academics and also the way of thinking about the subject. So I think it's the best of achievement for a teacher. And I'm a good in yoga practicing, and also I'm a good ornament fish breeder. That's all about me, ma'am.
Okay, great. So you take tuitions normally, okay? So I mean, how do you handle and what do you think? What is the most important thing a teacher should have in them while teaching the students or maintaining the students? What do you think?
Okay, I think first for a teacher, first needed is a patience to understand the student, what is his real doubts or on clearing the doubts or the fear about the subjects. So a teacher must have some patience and also help him or her to improve their thinking level about the subject, and also that will help to or to reduce the fear of the subject also, like maths and science. So this will help to attract the subject, and that will help to improve their that will help to improve their learning capacity also. So I think that is the main thing that a teacher needed.
Okay, so then why you want to become the academic specialist? Why you don't want to join some college or universities where you can teach maths or whatever? So why you want to be in Byju's as an academic specialist?
Okay, ma'am. For a physics or math subject, means science or math subject, we need, all the students need some visualization capacity. So some of the students do not have the visualization capacity. So by using Byju's, there will be technologies to help to improve their visualization capacity and to understand what the really the subject talks to you or talks to students. So it will help to attract the subject, and that way we can use the subject how to our life also. So that's why I choose the Byju's, because there is a technology there's a lot of technologies used. So this will help to the children to improve them and to get good ideas about subject matter.
Okay, but don't you think if the parents, mostly the parents believe that visualization is okay, but when it comes to edtech, they don't give much preference because they think that a physical tutor or a tutor who will teach in the school or physically will be means most benefited. Apart from giving their child to study in an edtech, because they don't think that the students will get the clarity of concept and all. So in that cases, what do you think? How will you become some extraordinary, or what extraordinary you are going to add to attract the students or to your class?
Okay, ma'am. The belief by the parents is just a belief, because when the invention of computer comes, most of the people say that many people become jobless, and this will make more poverty in our countries like India also. But after the invention of computer, after 25 years ago, this 25 to 30 years ago, there is a lot of opportunities in the computer systems also. So there is no jobless problems. Likewise, we have a belief that the physical teaching is the best. Otherwise, the online teaching is not worthful. So this is just a belief. When you start to do with this visualization way and using technological way of teaching, then within few months they can find the change in their academics of their student child. So this will they attract to start this Byju's platforms like so. So I think just I believe this.
Okay, so maths is a subject. For example, if I talk about maths and science, these are the subject where concept clarity is the main thing. If a student doesn't understand the main concept, then it will be worthless. So in that case, how you are going to teach each and every concept to the student, because it will be a virtual platform. There will be there will be one, or there will be 20 to 30 students who will connect online. So I think, how will you communicate with the student? How will you teach each and every concept to the student? So what do you think? Because in physical classes, what will happen? You will write something to the board, you will ask personally. But in online, do you think it will help you, or what you are going to do? Suppose you are doing some concepts. Suppose you are explaining a particular concept about trigonometry. So how will you do that?
Ma'am, as I told you earlier, this is a belief that the physical classes are the best than the technological classes. So technology using classes. And we have a belief that maths and science subject are based on theories. Never so, because maths is just some equations are there, and physics like subjects have some equations that are applicable to our life. So most of the students do not know. They studies every equations and every thing that in the subject, but they don't know how to apply it this in this. Sorry, ma'am. There is a phone call. I have to attend. Wait a minute.
Okay, no issue.
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry for the interruption.
Yeah, no problem.
Um, so we need really a child needs to understand why they are studying these subject and what is the application of this subject to the life. So in this visualization way, we can teach them what is the purpose of these topics. For example, trigonometry. Most of them says that this is sine theta, so opposite side by hypotenuse is the sine theta. And what is the purpose? They don't know. To measure the higher side, higher length of something, or and marine technology. There are a lot of applications in the trigonometry in the real life. So by this Byju's like platforms like Byju, we can develop the way to think about the subject and how to apply these equations to the real life. So this is the as an educator, or education, by the meaning of education means make the things applicable to our life or improve our life. So I think this is the better way.
So can you give me 3 points? I mean, you can just explain, or you can give me 3 words, like 3 points that is very much important before starting a class, or what is the 3 point that is needed, much needed for a teacher to do a class? What do you think?
Okay.
What are the 3 important things you will keep in your mind while doing a class?
Okay, ma'am. First, I think don't make the students nervous. Make them, it's a game. Feel them that it's a game period, like so. So, number 2, don't ask them, having to study, having to study. So, never don't do so, and just revise the topics that they needed in this class. So, just revise the topics as a teacher, just revise the topics and give an information what you need in this chapter or further chapters. And 3 is involve the students. Make an involvement the students to by asking some simple questions related to the real life, or something like that. So I think these are
So
the 3
okay. So there will be a group of students, yes, and it's natural that everyone will not be equal. There will be some student who may be great, and there will be some student who you can consider as below average. So in that case, how will you handle those students? Will you compare those students? Will you apply some other methods for distinguishing the students, or what are the techniques you are going to apply for such students?
Okay, for below average students, I think I'll give a special attention, and I will I will give us some special attention, and also I will try to make to understand what is the real problem that they are struggling with. So then after finding that struggling period, situation, so I can find a simple way to solve their issues. So I will make a new teaching pattern with a simplified form of equations or different way of thinking about the different way of solving the problems like so. So I will give, first of all, I will give a special attention to them. Then I will start.
So, but what do you think? Every child will be equal to you, or there will be something like you will have some much, affection to the below average, or less affection to the genius and all that?
No, I don't think so, ma'am, because I had a lot of friends with those who hate the maths subject. So I always try to help them in different manner. So I know how it's for a student, being a student, how it is sad for them. So I will help them, ma'am. So I think I don't have any distinction between the students, ma'am. Everyone is my students.
Yeah, good. Okay, so now you do one thing, you just take a topic. I think I can see trigonometry. So
Yes,
you do
ma'am.
one thing, you just you can explain, means treat me like a student. I'll be your student, but it should be a one-to-one session. Okay, means you will only ask questions, and I just want to see how will you teach your student. I'll be your student. Okay, so you can either use the whiteboard or you can use your own board, which is at the back of it. So
Okay.
any topic, any topic.
Okay, ma'am. I have prepared now trigonometry. So may I take this?
Yeah, sure. Any topic.
Okay, ma'am.
Your choice.
So, good morning, student. I'm Anisha. I'm here to take the maths class. When you travel through the cities, you can find a large number of different types of buildings with a large size, means 10 floors, 12 floors, and so on. So, can you ever thought that how they stand vertic, how they stand upright, and can you measure the height of such buildings? You may think that you can measure by using this scale. Never do so, because if you measure using the scale, then there will be worst errors in the measurement. So don't do so. Then there are some equation to solve this problem, and they are very simple, and it's very beautiful portion of the maths. So I'm going to introduce your new branch of maths, that is trigonometry. So let us move to our new chapter, chapter 8, trigonometry. Before that, we have to understand some basic details that you need in this class. So first one is right angle. The angle 90 degree is called the right angle. Next is the famous Pythagorean principle. It states that hypotenuse square is equal to altitude square plus base square. This is the statement, but we don't know what is hypotenuse, what is altitude, and what is base. So a right angle triangle, this is applicable only for the right angle triangle. As I mentioned, right angle means the angle 90 degree. So right angle triangle is the triangle with one angle 90 degree. Then this Pythagorean principle is applicable only for such triangles. The side opposite to the right angle is called the hypotenuse, and remaining two sides are considered as the base and adjacent. For example, look at the figure. Here you have, is it visible to you?
Yeah.
Look at the triangle ABC. The angle opposite to the the side opposite to the angle 90 degree is the hypotenuse, that is BC, and the remaining sides AC and AB are named as altitude and base. So from the right angle triangle, you can apply the Pythagorean principle as BC square is equal to AB square plus AC square. So now we are going to the main topic of the trigonometry, that is trigonometric ratios. Just look at the board. Consider this right angle triangle ABC. To evaluate trigonometric ratios, we need some angles. So take this angle B. So here AB is an adjacent side to angle B, and AC is the opposite side to angle B. Then first trigonometric ratio comes with the sine of angle A. This is represented as sine A this is equal to opposite sine by hypotenuse. And we all know that the side opposite to the right angle is the hypotenuse. So from this triangle, we can conclude that this is the opposite side, that is named as AC, and the hypotenuse is BC. So sine
Okay, ma'am, is there any option or is there any method to remember the trigonometric ratios? Because there are lots of ratios like sine, cos, tan, cot. So how to remember the ratios?
There is no way, ma'am, and this is you have to only remember three equations: sine, cos, and tan. So sine belongs to opposite by hypotenuse, and cos belongs to adjacent by hypotenuse. That is numerator changes. That means for sine use the opposite side and hypotenuse. Cos use the adjacent side with hypotenuse. For tan command only use opposite by adjacent side. So this is
Okay, but for the students of lower section, they should, remember the formulas like sine opposite by hypotenuse, then cos, then tan, then cot, sec, cosec, everything will come along with their formulas. So how will they remember? Because maths is not something which we can memorize, yes? It is something which need to get stick in our mind. So there should be some trick or there should be some shortcut to remember this. Because for a student, how will they draw the triangle each and every time? How will they find out the formulas? So is there any way? Because you told that there will be two sections of students. Some will be great. They will easily catch the formula. There will be some students who will know nothing about trigonometry. They will be very new to trigonometry, So for them, how will they, easily remember that the opposite of 90 is hypotenuse, this is 90 perpendicular, this is base, and after that how will they remember such thing that sine means opposite by hypotenuse, again cos will come adjacent by, so how will they remember?
Sorry ma'am, I didn't think for it yet, so I will try to make an idea, ma'am. So any short keys or like so, ma'am?
There are lots of codes, right? Many people make certain sentences. So do you have ever, have you ever made like it? There was a term like SOH, then there was CAH, then TOA. That was an easy remembering trigonometric ratio. Like that, people find out many things. There was something like some people have curly brown hairs, turned permanently black. So if you write that sentence, the student will easily remember. Some people means sign. So like that. So okay. Anyways, so I just asked this question because there will be lots of students who may ask you that, ma'am, it's very difficult trigonometry, because trigonometry is something which if you teach in a simple way, it will become easy. If you teach in a complicated way, it will. Yes, apart from okay, I got a point. Okay. So. Okay, now just tell me like take some other, try to take only 10 theta, and after that just explain how will you find out the ratio, formula of that.
Okay, ma'am. May I explain this in more?
Yeah, sure. You can explain it.
There are two ways to find the tan theta. For example, tan B. First method is just the basic equation, that is tan B is equal to opposite side by adjacent side. For an angle B, I have said earlier, adjacent side is AB and opposite side is AC. So AC divided by AB is tan B. Some other way means there is a relation sine A is equal to opposite by hypotenuse, that is AC by BC, and cos B is equal to AB by BC. Therefore, tan B is equal to, we can write sine B divided by cos B. This will give you AC by AB as this. So these are the ways to evaluate the tan.
Okay, very good. You cannot tell me like why the name given as academic specialist? Why not teacher, or why not the academic teacher? Why specialist is required? So there should be something special about that, about that character. So what do you think? What is there? What is that, and what should be there?
Okay, special means something more important or more likely. So academic specialist means the child can clear any doubts belongs to the subject, or they can provide some higher thinking about the subject also. So that's why they called them as academic specialist.
So what are the 3 qualities you have for which you should be hired as an academic specialist?
Okay. I think I'm passionate about teaching and innovative, and also someone who someone who can afraid of the challenges that I have. So I think that's my qualities.
So my last question is this, like, why only Byju's? Why you haven't selected some other edtechs? Because there also you'll find this same opportunity, same job role. Then why you have selected, or why you only particularly want Byju's?
Okay. Ma'am, I think Byju is the best platform for a teacher now, because it's a developing it's a developing platform. So we can give the best way in teaching. So and also as I mentioned earlier, we need, for science and math subject, we need some visualization capacity for the students. Sometimes some children do not have the visualization capacity. So this will provide, Byju's will provide the best way to think the subject as they need it. So, and in the simplified form also. So I think this is the best opportunity being a teacher here. So that's why I choose Byju, ma'am.
Okay. So here we come to the end of our interview.